Greetings to respected subscribers and guests of the channel. Among people who have never been to prison, and often even among those who have, there exists a belief that behind barbed wire, inmates unlawfully die and disappear. This supposedly happens due to the malicious will of some influential figures, whether high-ranking officials, criminal authorities, the mafia, or even the ghosts of the NKVD. Another media report about the death in prison of some prominent figure in a high-profile criminal case seems indirectly to confirm this belief. People say, everything is clear. He was killed to silence him forever. Experience shows that the real picture differs greatly from this virtual narrative. First, no one has ever professionally studied prison death statistics or compared them with mortality rates outside prison. Therefore, it is not competent to claim that mortality in prison is higher or that mysterious deaths occur there more frequently than in freedom. Second, it is unclear, or entirely unclear, who exactly would be responsible for carrying out such secret executions. Who would it be? Prison guards? Criminals? Outsiders? No sane person would entrust such a task to prison staff. How could people who are sometimes unable to evenly divide feed among 3 pigs secretly eliminate a specific inmate, especially a prominent one? They would either kill the wrong person or the right person but fail to kill him, or most likely neither kill nor choose the right target. A criminal, of course, could kill a cellmate but would not be able to do it secretly. He would have to answer for it, and where is the guarantee that in a month, a year, or when the executioner faces a vishka, literally the tower, meaning a death sentence, he would not start talking? Then he too would have to be eliminated. Such a chain is endless, and those facing severe sentences usually do not want to serve life terms and value their lives. They remember everything they can remember. Moreover, only the criminal world could theoretically use such a method. Authorities would not resort to using an inmate. It is dangerous. He would rat out the cops, literally menti, slang for police, in no time. Outsiders cannot enter a prison unnoticed. In any case, someone from the administration would have to be informed of the visit, even if it were carefully disguised. Again, secrecy fails. Sending poisoned food in a package is also unrealistic. The entire cell would be poisoned, since inmates share food. Someone from the staff who accepts packages and is used to taking a bite might also die. There would be an enormous uproar. The only method of such a killing that one can reluctantly consider realistic while recognizing its extremely low probability and immense complexity is killing an inmate by a doctor, or more conveniently, a nurse, through repeated injections of a slow-acting poison. The person cannot be allowed to die immediately after an injection. He must fall ill, receive treatment, and eventually fail to recover. To carry out this plan, a convergence of many factors is required: finding a suitable medical worker, recruiting them, convincing them they will not follow the patient into the grave, obtaining the poison, convincing the patient of the necessity of treatment, earning the patient's trust, and most importantly, ensuring continuity of the treatment process. In the chaos of prison life, a nurse who today gives injections in one block may be sent to the opposite end of the prison tomorrow, and the day after that to a cleanup day or to harvest zucchini in a collective farm field. What kind of treatment process could that be? The belief in secret killers is nevertheless supported, and here is why. Sometimes inmates truly do die accidentally in prison, and the administration always makes enormous efforts, even paying money out of their own pockets, to conceal the fact of murder. They make arrangements with forensic experts and prosecutors to present a violent death as natural. This is done solely to protect themselves from harsh disciplinary investigations. If an inmate dies as a result of a crime, a so-called brotherly grave is dug, into which a mass of staff are thrown, from guards to the warden. Even if it does not result in dismissal, but only in disciplinary action, it significantly affects careers and future well-being. To avoid this, prison staff demonstrate miracles of ingenuity, diplomacy, and recently, financial solvency. Violent deaths are generally the work of inmates themselves. There have been cases, of course, when some donkey guards, figurative insult meaning stupid guards, went too far, but these are so rare that they are exceptions, not the rule. In general, prison guards are cowardly enough and sufficiently in control of their actions to avoid accidentally killing an inmate. This situation, however, may soon change. When prisons were part of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, staff underwent annual psychological and psychiatric evaluations, which helped detect mental disorders at early stages. In the current department, this is neglected. It appears that funds allocated for medical screening were siphoned off, literally went sideways, and that's dangerous. Psychological stress on prison staff is extremely high, and not everyone can withstand it. Murders in cells occur due to two processes. Under the cover of someone from the administration, usually an intellectually limited OPER, a short for operational officer, accounting for at most 10% of violent deaths, or due to inmate bespredel, literally lawlessness, meaning uncontrolled violence, 90% or more. An OPER will never give a direct order to kill someone. There are no idiots there. He may merely ask his assistants to work on a particular inmate to make him more talkative. The assistants become overzealous and sometimes go too far. The main cause of murders and fatal bodily harm is criminal lawlessness among inmates. As a result of cell terror by ruli, smotrici, literally watchers, inmate overseers, and others, the victims are usually unfortunate prisoners unable to defend themselves. Sometimes they are beaten simply, sometimes in refined ways. The fantasies of sadists and psychopaths are limitless, but this happens only in cells where there is no strong hand, where only Shushara sits, competing with one another over who is tougher. If a cell is overseen by a smart and tough OPER, there will be no lawlessness. Everyone knows retribution will follow, and that retribution may be far harsher than the offense. The problem is that not all operas are smart and tough. However, if an authoritative inmate is present, a criminal authority, and such a person is always smart and tough, lawlessness will never occur. Conditions may be harsh or extremely harsh, but they are conditions that set limits no one dares to cross. The trouble is that authoritative, intelligent, and tough inmates are also very few. Still, the deaths described above are very rare. Deaths from tuberculosis, hepatitis, AIDS, and dystrophy in prison occurred 2 or 3 orders of magnitude more often. That's what's truly frightening. This was the channel The Prison Code, Russia. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Good luck to you.